And does not
There's
work.
a brilliant flare from my holy symbol, and the creature misses.
And let's futilely roll against Orson here. I got a 14 to hit Orson.
No.
And a 20 to hit Orson.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Orson.
Remember, Orson is not Gus.
He's going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Can you make full plate armor yet?
I mean, yeah, just time and money.
We don't have that kind of steel.
Genie.
What? Yeah,
How you doing?
Guess we have wood steel.
I'm fine.
Genie, I've got a 7 to hit.
No. Let me know if you get over if you hit 16.
Okay, I've got a 21 to hit.
Ooh, dang it. I was going to cast shield, but that doesn't help.
Don't you have your dagger? Your reaction dagger?
Is that the second?
That's the second slam from the first monster.
Okay. No, I'll take that one, because...
Okay, it's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second monster, attacking twice.
Okay.
It's going to be an 11 to hit.
Nope.
And a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Third monster, attacking twice.
Okay.
It's going to be a 22 to hit.
Nope, but I'm going to use my reaction to blind him for the second one, so he gets disadvantage.
Oh, that's probably a good thing, because his second attack rolled a 20. That's going to turn that second one into 13 to hit.
Okay, so that's not a hit.
So, Genie, you're completely surrounded by these guys, but you seem to be holding your own.
Well, what was the damage on that hit?
7
Because
points.
you hit 7 points. So 7 and 7. All right.
Evie, you breathed glorious air for one moment. But you weren't engulfed at the start of this turn, so you didn't take additional crushing damage till the second one engulfed you. And let me just double check that they've all acted. All right. We're in good shape. Who's next?
Orson.
Orson with Genie on deck.
Orson is going to try to reach into the goo and break the grapple.
Okay. It's going to be a strength athletics check.
It's
It's not goo. It's skin and cloth.
Let's be real.
It's a boneless person. They're not the T-1000.
That was kind of how I was picturing.
It's like boneless chicken. Gotcha.
Right, exactly. If you pulled off the chicken skin and made it walk around like a man.
The skin.
That is that's a 19 plus 26.
Okay. You can move either Eevee or the creature to this space as his only real option. Okay. So he pulls the creature off, and Eevee manages to squirm, once again breathing open air. But for how long? And I'd ask Orson if he's moving or staying put, but he's not moving anywhere.
He could move through my space if he's willing to take E2.
He would need to use an action to push his way past these creatures, and he's already used his
Hold
action.
on. Does the bonus action from the thing require me to take the attack action from?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He only
All
gets the butt if he attacks with the spear.
I was just double checking.
Got Genie with Eevee on deck.
Genie, this might be the most surrounded I've ever had you.
Yeah, probably.
Now, you remember that scene in the water temple where 10 things materialized out of thin air all around her?
Oh yeah, no, that was pretty bad.
I think that was the most surrounded Genie will ever be.
I stand corrected.
Genie, are you just gonna learn Sword Burst at some point?
Yeah, the thing is like just.
Yeah, they're real
Artificers,
hard up for cantrips.
Yeah, artificers do not get enough cantrips. One more would be great. Let me see. I am going to ask nothing. I'm going to. So this is the one that's only got probably like 1 hit point left.
Let me check here. Yeah, that one's very badly bloodied.
Okay. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to shock and grasp him.
Okay.
I've reached over to my side to roll my dice. I'm not DMing. They are not carrying metal, I'm assuming.
No.
That is a 15.
15 will hit.
All right, so that's... See how conductive they are. That's 13 electricity damage. Or
And that's enough for him.
I was gonna say he also can't do any reactions, but he really doubly can't do any
Well,
reactions.
he definitely can't do any reactions because he did. He's even
and my
more dead
turret-
than he was a moment ago.
Yeah, my turret is currently on the wall, and using my bonus action, it's going to step over here and pulse.
Okay.
And
So that grants temp HP to you, Orson, and Evie.
yep, and that is 10 temp hit points for everybody that gets it. Orson hasn't taken a hit yet.
Yeah,
Or
No,
yeah,
but
he
I
did.
think-
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
miraculously, I hit him once.
Right.
Genie, moving or staying put?
I have taken a lot of hits.
But you got 10
That-
more hit points, so there you go.
No, that thing has turret has eaten 24 of the damage that I have taken so far.
Yeah, it's real good.
Genie, moving or staying put?
I am staying put because I'm not going to eat all these. React.
Got Evie with Ekon on deck.
Evie, from this position, you can see all the way to the back wall of that cell.
So that's
This is the one Orson already hit, right?
Yeah, that one's looking... it's not bloodied yet. The one to the north of that, next to Victor, is bloodied.
Let's see if I can kill it.
But Evie is a rogue, and these things don't have a whole lot of HP.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark on this one,
Okay.
and then I am going to stabinate.
a technical term.
And that is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
And I need another d6. And it takes... I added more dice and got less damage. It takes 12 points of piercing.
Okay, it is now bloodied.
Magical piercing, if that matters. I'm sorry, I can't make the dice roll bigger numbers.
You can, you just have to roll them better.
If you figure out the secret to that, let us all know.
I mean, you guys see how I roll. That's not likely to happen.
And is Evie moving or staying put?
I don't want to provoke. I feel like that would be bad. I'll just stay here.
Okay.
Got Ekon with Victor on deck, so Ekon will move to here, and I see 4 of them that do not have total cover for me here. So Ekon raises his holy symbol of light, and the area lights up like the day. I need 4 DC 15 Constitution saving.
I've been
Okay.
waiting for this to come out.
I've got a 7, a 12, a 4, and a 21. I'll let you pick which one passed.
21 makes it. Which one is already damaged?
Of those
Any of
4,
them
none
are.
of them are.
Okay, let's say that this is the one that makes it save.
Okay.
So they take 12 radiant damage. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's wrong. These are D10s.
This is the, what,
Sorry
daylight
about
spell?
that. They actually take 20 radiant damage.
This is the
It's,
daylight spell?
This is Radiance of the Dawn Channel Divinity.
Ah, okay. Yeah, those 3 that got burned, the one that passed takes nothing, correct?
Nothing, yep.
Those 3 that were burned, so this
Oh
one
no, the one that burns takes half, actually.
takes half.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they're all bloodied except for the one next to Genie now. These guys are not, they're looking pretty
And
rough.
as a bonus action, Genie, do you want to be somewhere else?
Actually,
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to push this one away from Genie. For
Okay.
all the good it'll do. Maybe Orson can stab it again. So it needs to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
This is 11.
That's the end of my turn.
All right.
Got Victor with... I'm sorry. We have Edmont with Victor on deck.
Edmont, do you think this guy could use some vitamin K?
I think that this guy could absolutely use some vitamin K. I have a snack in my mouth, so that's why I'm...
He's eating pickled watermelon rinds.
But first attack is a nat 1.
Yeah, it's not going to do it. That's your second nat 1 this session.
Yeah. That one's significantly better. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Looking at 7 points bludgeoning damage, magical bludgeoning to this guy.
That's enough. He was already badly burned by the shining force of air, and you just finished him off with the shining force of your fist.
Go ahead and move there, and yeah, it's flurry of blows
Okay.
with another key point. After that, 2 to hit.
Nope.
Second attack and flurry. 17.
17 will hit.
Plus 6 is a lot more than that, so. We're looking at 8 points of bludgeoning damage from that hit.
Okay, and that's enough for that one. Well done.
Woo! All right. Yeah, you know what? I'm still not leaving this guy's threat range, so I'm gonna move over there and get in front of Genie.
Okay.
So we've got Victor with Black Goo on deck.
Okay. And I don't think Evie was kind enough to give me advantage, was she?
No, I had to use my bonus action for something else, but you have a familiar on your shoulder, so you can still sneak attack.
I can sneak attack. I just want to make sure I don't miss. So, because Victor has to fight for his life here,
Have you been damaged at all in this fight?
it's the thought that counts.
Evie's
I
like,
think
this
you're
is
the
the
only one.
worst coat I've ever worn.
Alright, so we're gonna straight up attack this one right south.
Sure.
It's gonna be an 18.
18 will hit.
That's going to be 23 points of psionic damage.
Yeah, it had 2 hit points. You're fine. It's dead. Is Victor moving or staying put?
Well, Victor got a bonus action.
Okay.
Let me see what I want to do with that bonus action. Oh, can I offhand attack that one south of me?
Not from that square, you can't.
Okay.
I mean, he can throw his daggers.
Yeah, you can throw your
yeah, you
dagger,
can throw it.
Psionic dagger off.
He's got like 60 feet of range with them things.
So we're gonna offhand attack the one to the south.
Okay.
It's just a D4. You don't get to add any.
Well, that's okay. I only rolled a 10. Does a 10 hit?
No, 10 does not hit.
Okay. So now Victor's gonna run.
That's what Victor's best at.
Birdie would,
Genie,
still
I'm
beat
here.
him. Birdie would still beat him in a race.
Alright.
Got Black Goo with Orson on deck.
Ooh, the goo. Let's start with Evie.
Oh, like goo, but it's like actual bodies just with no bones.
Correct. Evie, I have an 18
That hits.
and a 19.
Yeah, that hits. This is just Evie's life now.
The first slam is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. The second slam is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'll have the first one, so I take 10 total.
Okay. And
Which,
both hits connected, so you're engulfed, which means
It's snuggle time.
you get additionally snuggled for 5 more points of bludgeoning damage.
No time.
Snuggle damage.
Let's see if I can do this to Edmont.
I think I would be dead by now if it wasn't for Genie's turret of eating all of this damage.
Edmont, I've got an 18 to hit
Yeah, it hits.
and a 23 to hit.
Ooh. You get that reaction from me, Destil?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and re-roll the 23.
That turns it into a 15.
15 still hits.
15 still hits. So the
So they
first,
both hit. So they both hit. Yep.
first slam attack is 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
Second slam attack is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
Both attacks connect, so you are engulfed.
Yep.
And that's going to be 4 points of being crushed to death damage.
You have just blown through all of the temporary hit points I got.
Okay. Let's now see if we can get Genie.
Uh-huh.
Genie, I've got a 24 to hit
Yeah, that'll do it.
and a 12.
That won't do it.
So it's going to be 4 points of damage from the one slam attack.
Okay.
And you are not engulfed. So Evie and Edmont are blind and suffocating.
Mm-hmm.
And grappled. And that's it. You've murdered all my other skin men. Who's next?
Who did nothing wrong.
After that, we've got Orson with Genie on deck.
Okay. I won't say they did nothing wrong. Because they are trying to suffocate most of you to death.
Yeah, that's true.
Orson is going to... leave that one's threat range.
Yeah, I'll use my reaction here. It's going to be a 6 to hit.
No.
I mean,
And he's going
yeah.
to do the thing again, where he reaches in to try and get Fish's sister out.
That is strength athletics.
That is, that's an 18 plus...
A lot.
Yeah, it's like 24.
Okay. So you can move Evie or the creature to this square. Your choice.
Can I put Evie in this square?
Nope. 'cause
Behind him?
it's not adjacent to where they're currently standing.
All right.
So that you pull the thing off and deposit it next to him.
Right. We got him boxed in now, yeah.
Orson, remind me to give you a raise.
Now you can engulf them.
Got,
Orson
Genie.
responds, "You don't pay me."
Got Genie with Evie on deck.
All right. Genie looks over at what Orson did and is like, "I can't do that. What I can do is turn around."
This is why I wanted to build Orson as a fighter, because we have no one in this party with any strength.
You don't need strength to be an adventurer.
So you're
That's
leaving
leaving
that threat range.
Yep. Take it one step back. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just
Okay.
going to.
Non-cipher bonus.
I'm just going to. I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to electrocute you, Edmont.
This is the one creature that's not bloodied. Is the one that has Edmont engulfed.
Oh, he doesn't. I thought he was bloodied.
No, the other two. This was the one that passed that saving throw against the shining lights of air.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to electrocute this one.
Sure.
That is a +7 to hit. That's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. He takes 16 points of lightning damage.
And that's enough.
Then I'm going to take a step back. Well, actually, first I'm going to pulse the thing. And everybody, let's see, everybody but Ekon is in range here.
Well, it's 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not going to get
Yep.
Edmont. Edmont's... Oh, yeah, well, so there's a diagonal there. Never mind.
9. If you have less than 9 temp hit points, you have 9.
I have way less than 9.
0 is less than 9.
And moving
Yep,
or staying
so-
put?
I am going to step right here.
All right.
Got Evie with Ekon on deck.
Evie, breathing
Well,
is pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to try to keep doing it this time. I'm going to use my bonus action to put my hunter's mark on this guy, and then I'm going to murder him.
He's already dead, probably. I mean, somebody took his bones.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm probably going to roll a 1 on my attack roll. No, I got a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And he takes... he takes 8 points of damage
Hey, that's
for
enough.
my
Sure.
sneak attack, with an extra d6 on top of it.
Don't forget to
that's
add-
plenty.
Your dex modifier.
Oh, I have not been doing that this whole time. I'm bad at this game. He actually takes 12 points of damage.
No, that was enough. He's dead.
Okay.
Moving or staying put?
I'm gonna. I don't want to get eaten again, so I'm just gonna stay here. It seems nice here. There's no bad guys that I can see anymore.
Okay.
Did I get skipped?
No.
Oh. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm misreading the colors. My B.
So Ekon will move to there, and I need a DC 15 strength save. This last pile of goo.
That is an 18.
Well, this hits. Okay, so this spell hits creatures of my choice within 5 feet. Do I? Well, I mean, we'll find out if that's safe, but I'm only targeting it. It needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw against Word of Radiance.
Word of Radiance.
Yep.
That's a 6 on that save.
Okay. So that's the only creature I choose, and it takes 5 radiant damage.
So you're choosing. The spell is worded the creature of your choice makes the save.
All creatures of my choice within 5 feet.
Okay. So it takes 5 radiant damage. Failed the save, so
Yep.
it takes the full 5. Okay.
Edmont takes 2.
Edmont, take 2 points of radiant damage.
Tracks.
That's
tracks.
all I've got. It's Edmont's turn.
Edmont, you feel very radiant for just a moment.
Refresh my memory. Can I use dexterity acrobatics to get out of this?
Yeah, you
grapple?
sure can.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'm not aware of anywhere in the rules or any examples that come up in any of the books that specify you can't use dex acrobatics to break a grapple.
That's a 23.
Yeah, that'll do
Okay.
it. You can pick any adjacent square to move to.
Let's go there.
All right. Yeah, you
And,
just wriggle yourself free, like shrugging off a really, really rambunctious coat.
I'm not going to key point dodge because I want to hold on to my key points for other activities that might need to come up later. So I'm good.
You're good. All right, who's next?
Got Victor with black goo on deck.
Victor, can you be the guy?
Yeah, Victor's gonna steady aim.
Bonus action to steady aim.
Bonus action, steady aim, and then he's gonna attack. Are you shitting me? Does an 11 hit?
No.
That's pretty naff. Yeah, no kidding.
11 does not hit.
Welcome to being me. Sucks, huh?
He's just gonna curse and say.
So that's it for
"God
Victor, huh? Who's next?
Who's rolled a 2 net 1s and 2 net 2s this combat?
I don't know, man.
It's,
Hitting AC 11 on an advantage is pretty bad.
So it's the black goo followed by Orson.
All right.
Well, here's the thing, Edmund. If you miss, you get to keep rolling.
I will admit, though, it's pretty smart to go for quantity.
Ekon, I have a 10 to hit you.
Nope.
And an 8 to hit you.
Nope.
As the thing just slams ineffectually against your armor. Who's next?
Next we've
on.
got Orson with Genie on deck.
Is Orson going to finish this thing up finally?
Probably.
Or is it going to be clown shoes for another round?
That's a 1929 to hit
That'll hit.
for 9 points.
And that makes it
He
bloody.
crits on a 19.
Oh, he does crit on a 19.
Yeah, he does. If he rolls the 19, not if he hits a 19.
He
You rolled the 9. It
I
was
rolled a
19.
19,
Yeah, he has improved. pretty
so add 3 more damage.
quick. Okay. So yeah, this thing is badly bloodied after the first blow.
16
16 will hit.
for 10 damage.
And that's enough. The last of the boneless creatures falls into a pile on the floor.
And he continues to beat it to death with the butt.
And he hits it with the butt.
Yep.
And the moaning that has been pervasive stops. And you are left alone in a cold, dark, silent crypt.
How's it,
Excuse me
Evelyn?
for
Are
one
you
minute,
all right?
guys. Evie runs to the corner and just like starts hacking and coughing, and it's like the most dramatic thing you've ever heard.
If you'll excuse me for one moment, I do need to step away to turn on my oven. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah, she's like, ah.
Do you have
Then she comes back like, okay, I'm good.
all right, I didn't use any of my spell slots that encounter. So
No,
go
you
ahead.
used
That was-
points. So that's pretty
That was
rad.
probably the easy fight.
Yeah.
So 32. So who I think it's hands down Evie took the most damage.
You think?
How much damage do you actually take, though?
How much did I actually take? I probably took around. Let me see.
She took over 40 points of damage.
Yeah, I just took over 40 points of damage, but I'm only down 15.
Take. I'm going to use my noble slot here. So get back 7
Thank you. You're a good sister.
plus the 2 more from my words of resolve. So that's 9 total.
Yeah, I can use some of my words to top someone up if anyone else took damage.
Good. I only took literally 1 hit point of damage from everything.
Okay. Anybody else?
Are you guys saying you didn't take enough damage from that fight?
No,
We're discussing how beat up we are.
The creatures were not that strong, but it erodes the strength of the party.
All right, everybody gets 12 temp hit points
Hey.
after 5 pulses.
When my oven starts to beep, I will have to go put food into it. It is now preheating. So what's happening next?
Okay,
So
so
Victor's
Evie
gonna-
finished being dramatic in the corner. Now she's good again.
Sure.
Victor's gonna come
Ekon's gonna move this
Rolls.
way a bit. He still has the tech disease and poison up, so he's gonna be scanning the area with that.
So you guys
Mostly because that kid was diseasing people, so I'm wondering if I could get anything.
find the other 6 cells.
We've only killed 6 of these beasties, right?
You killed 9 of them.
Oh, did we?
So you find
There were
all
a lot.
9 cells. And all of them look pretty much the same. Earthen cells with the metal frozen bars. And Victor, going around investigating each one, you find a hidden catch along the inside of the wall that if the bars were not frozen to the earth, you would be able to use this catch to raise the bars up.
On the inside?
And because there's just bars, they're not doors, so you can just reach into the cell. But if you were to run your hand along the right side of each door frame, there's a catch where can raise the bars. Just the mechanism that opens them.
Is there anything in any of these?
Does anything look like Pooba?
Not any longer. If the cells look empty, you would assume. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell. Each one of them, up till a moment ago, housed a boneless body.
So, like, they're just bare dirt. Otherwise,
Yes,
So-
they're earthen cells, earthen walls and floors, but frozen earth.
Victor is going to first off ask if either Ekon or Genie can heat them up. Otherwise, he's going to light a torch to start melting some of the ice to open these doors.
yeah, I can.
I don't have any fire that doesn't take a spell slot.
I mean, I do. I could sit here. I'll start at the top since you were on this side.
Yeah, Victor will get a torch and do it. So the idea is to search the inside of these to see if there's any sort of like secret doors or passages that aren't obvious.
Okay.
Other places to go.
And it's
mean-
going to take a few minutes with a torch. But yeah, holding the fire there, you can soften up the earth and break away some of the ice. If you chip at it with a crowbar, or even a dagger would work for this purpose. What are you doing, Genie? What are you using?
Firebolt.
The firebolt cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say that's probably no easier than using a torch. So after a minute or so of work, whichever way you're doing it, yeah, Genie, you open up. You find the catch where Victor indicated it was.
I guess what we could do is we're going to open all of them. We're going to spend the time to open all of them, right?
That's
Until we
Victor.
find
Ekon's
something,
got
I
a
guess.
light hammer to work at this.
Okay.
By the way, is this one here? Is that diegetic or is that just
That's
on the map?
my indication. This is Area 1 on the map.
Okay.
Edmont is going around all of these central pillar question marks. I'm just kind of looking around for.
They're stone hallways. So very cramped. So we're talking like 5-foot passageways, 10-foot high. So these are very cramped passageways to the point where you're having to, you're scraping your elbows along broken parts of the masonry here and there.
There's no identifying markings or anything to this masonry.
None.
Okay.
So yeah, after
I
a few
guess-
moments working your way in. Genie, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 11.
11. And Ekon's, what's yours?
17.
17. And Victor, yours was also pretty good, right?
16.
Victor, going into the crypt. Oh, do you have a light source?
He's got a torch.
Oh, right, because you were using a torch. Stepping into the crypt. All three of you step into the crypt, get the doors open.
Yep.
Victor, you notice the back of yours, where this bracing pillar would be against the back wall. You notice a secret door.
Finally! Guys, come here!
I mean, we should.
Did Ekon notice one in his cell too?
He did not.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Well, if
should
there's
check-
one in this cell, we should check all the cells.
Yes, we're gonna go check all the cells.
Okay, so you guys take about a good 20 minutes or so. I'll say it probably takes one or 2 minutes working with a hammer or with a torch to get the bars loose enough that the catch can open them up. So taking the time to go around to each cell, and Victor examining the backs of each one, you do find a secret door in the cell that you first noticed here, and the one that Jeannie opened here. None of the others seem to have anything else in them.
So I suppose we'll stand to the side and open this one in case something comes flying out and stabs the middle.
Okay.
Get out of the way,
I,
guys.
mean, I can do it telekinetically.
Oh, fine. Ruin the fun.
Yeah, I'll use Mage Hand to open the door.
Okay. It opens into Area 2.
That seems unlikely.
Do we want to go check the other door before we go through this one?
Well, let me describe this room first. Casting your torch into it. It's an empty antechamber. Just in front of the secret door that you just opened. So you open the door and you're looking at the back of this thing. But going around to the front of it, there's a circular dais set into the floor. It's a stonework floor once again. The earthen floor stops at the secret door. Upon the dais stands a stone pulpit. And you can see where there's an archway depicting the far side of the secret door. That's all you can see from this position.
I'll step in, look up onto the dais, and is there any
Okay.
anything up there? Is there anything up on the lectern?
So looking around, the pulpit itself is empty. And you can see the door exiting the room here. The archway over the doorway that you just came through has glyphs inscribed, carved into the stone, that strike you as being Darkanese, but a very, very ancient form of it. It would be like you trying to read, like, Old English or Celtic or Gaelic script. Like, you could recognize the glyphs as being somewhat Englishy, but you can't read them.
But I gotta comprehend languages they can use.
I can do it if you give me 10 minutes.
I can take my health slot to do it.
All right, why don't we take that 10 minutes? Let's go look and see what's in the other door while you prepare that.
So Ekon's going to stay in this room casting comprehend languages, and you guys are going to go up here?
I could cast it as well. I could use my health slot. I don't use it for anything, really.
Do you want to... So that would cast it immediately without taking the 10 minutes. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave anyone in this room when we go check the other room in case some weird transport shit happens.
So, the word does not literally translate to icy. It's the best word that you get in the vicinity, even with comprehend languages. So when I read this to you, the word icy is the closest approximation, but it's not correct. The inscription reads, "From the sunless world above, to the icy toil below, to sleep amongst our fathers, far now from the gaze of he who is king." I'll go ahead and paste that in.
Yeah, please.
The Discord.
So basically, I think we found the original population of Godovka.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know, man,
That's
because
Edmund.
Victor's interpretation.
Make me an Arcana check, Edmont. Are you trained in history?
I am trained in history.
Make this an advantage.
15.
15. When you cast Comprehend Languages, you're supposed to get a translation of whatever it is you're reading. That's
Yep.
how the spell works. It's how it functions. The thing is, whatever this word means, there's not a word in any language you're familiar with that means that thing. Icy is as close as you get. What that tells you is these people had a concept culturally or religiously that doesn't translate over into any of your lived experience. The closest you get is the word icy.
Yeah, and I'll explain that to my brother and presumably anyone else who's in earshot.
So I am going to put this out there because for two reasons. Reason one, these catacombs were not here during our initial survey. That is
Correct.
Yeah.
something we have established. Two, the ironwood trees just appeared. Right? They just started appearing. So whatever the magic of this realm is, I think it's pulling people. It doesn't just pull people. It's pulling things.
You think we kidnapped a crypt?
I don't think we kidnapped a crypt. I think Darkon kidnapped a crypt.
Well, this language is in Darkanese, but a very old form of it.
It's an ancient form of it, yes.
So this crypt didn't come from another world. It's from here.
I
Good.
mean, it did, but not necessarily this part of Darkon.
Time is weird here, though, too. It could be from... You could have pulled it from Ancient Archon.
We could.
Well,
Let's go take a look at the other secret door then.
Yes.
depending on just how old. I mean, he who is king could still be Aslan going that far back. I don't know how long he's been the king here. But I think it's probably been for a long time.
Opening up this secret door reveals another small chamber, much, much smaller than the first one. And you see a door at the end of it. This is just a tiny little 10-foot by 10-foot chamber. Again, stonework floor. The earthen floor stops at the secret door.
I'm gonna need just a little bit more of that back wall brick.
Can you mage hand that door, Ekon?
Yeah, I can try if it's not locked.
Okay. Roll initiative.
It's a mimic door, isn't it?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Gimmick.
I don't believe that for a second.
Arch mimics, I don't think they exist.
Gimmick.
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 Is that everybody's initiative?
Yeah.
So we've got start of the order is Victor at 19 with Ekon on deck.
So Victor's up first?
Yep.
So Victor, from your position, Ekon casts his mage hand into the room and grabs hold of the handle of the door. And immediately, the door grows teeth and starts snapping wildly at the space where the mage hand adhered to it. You're up
Gimmick.
first.
Oh,
An actual mimic door.
Victor's words are, the fuck? And then he will...
I was
guess
gonna
he's
cast Blaster and kill somebody
Yeah,
instantly.
kill it before it uses its instant death attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bonus action to steady aim until Orson gets up there. So we're gonna steady aim so I can get advantage. And we're gonna see if mimics deal with psionic damage.
You don't have line of sight from that position, though. Because you've got to
I
go
don't?
through this doorway where Ekon is open first. Yeah, you've got to... This corner of the wall is between you and the mimic. You'd have to step beyond Ekon and steady aim from there.
Best idea then.
Or you could probably squeeze in behind Genie's space here. Would also work. But from that
If
space,
you
you're
move-
not going to do it.
Yeah.
If I move, I can't. Yeah, I can't steady aim if I move.
That's true.
Alright, well... Ekon... Don't let me die. gonna step there to get line of sight,
Okay.
and then he's gonna use his bonus action for good old fire damage because everything burns, right?
If it gets hot enough.
Or if it doesn't, we're in trouble because that's pretty much our MO.
So he's gonna fire damage and throw a dagger that way.
Okay, so bonus action to switch your damage type to fire. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Actually, the vulnerability only works on the first attack I make, doesn't it?
Correct.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, never mind. Bonus action is going to be Hunter's Mark then. I can
Okay.
save that.
You already used it in your last battle.
That means he can reset it up if it hasn't been an hour.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't
yeah,
it's been like half an hour at most?
You guys spent about 20 minutes playing around in the crypts, checking all the doors.
Yeah.
So that's a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. Sadly, not a sneak attack. That's going to be 9 points of damage. 9 points of psionic damage.
All right. And are you moving or staying put?
If he stays put, I'm trying to see if anyone else is going to be able to. So would Ekon and Genie have line of sight from where they're at?
Yeah, depending on what they're doing, I might give this door partial cover because you've got people standing in the way.
Okay, he will stay put then.
Okay. Victor wants to get eaten by the door. Who's next?
Got Ekon with Evie on deck. So
Okay,
first,
Ekon.
Lux is going to fly over here and harry the creature, giving me advantage on my next attack against it.
Sure.
And then I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. So first beam hits an armor class of 17.
17 will hit.
So each 2d6. Second ray. Oh, I only got one die. Second ray hits a bonus of 14.
14 will hit.
Do you need these separated?
That's just fire damage,
Damage.
right?
Yeah.
I know, you can give me the big bit. The big
And
boys
third
arrow.
ray hits a 19.
Oh, that hits as well.
Go ahead and enjoy
Yep.
21 fire damage.
Okay, that's the grand total.
Yep.
And is Ekon moving or staying put?
It would help me if you moved down to that space.
Yeah, I
below
was
you.
planning to make some space.
Shimmy down to the corner.
Yep. And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, who's next?
We've got Evie with Edmont on deck. And my familiar is there harrying at it for
5, 10,
the
15.
rogues.
I can shoot at it from here.
Shoot it with what?
My dagger.
I'm going to give it partial cover because Victor's standing right in the way, but yes.
All right. Well, I'll give it a try. As long as I can get my sneak attack,
You don't want to go in the room?
I would. I've already been eaten today 3 times.
I left space for you.
Partial cover just means its AC is improved. Does it mean you have disadvantage? So yes, you can apply your sneak attack to a thrown dagger.
Well, I only rolled an 11.
Ooh, 11's not going to hit.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stand here and just think about the choices I've made in my life that brought me here.
Who's next?
You want to take a bonus action or anything?
Oh, I can do a bonus action. I
Give Orson advantage.
think I would rather give Edmund. Edmund, are you gonna go in there and punch it?
Yeah.
Okay, you have my blessing. You may take advantage on your punches.
All right, we've got Edmont with Genie on deck.
Let's give this. Young never fought the killer doors in Final Fantasy IV, but
Apparently somebody hasn't played Free Enterprise.
you know what? You're right. I was just about to say that. Yeah, let's give those doors some vitamin K.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't roll a 1. I didn't roll a 2. I rolled a 3. That's a 9.
Well, that
to
first
hit.
attack is at advantage because Evie's helping you.
You're right. You're right.
You
Did I
redeemed
say
yourself.
9? I actually meant a 23.
23 will hit.
7 points bludgeoning damage.
And you're wearing
That hit?
gloves, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You punch the door, and as you pull your hand back, your glove comes off. and your glove is stuck to the door, as though it's covered in a sticky substance.
Gross.
Let's do it again.
Sure.
Let's lose the other glove. That's a 14 to hit.
A 14 will hit.
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The thing is bloodied. And your other glove slips off your hand as you pull your hand
Let's
back.
go ahead and have this thing make a Constitution saving throw. Burn a key point for that.
That's a 9.
It's going to be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So you turn that second attack into a stunning strike?
Yep.
So now, comically, the door has grown teeth and is chomping forward, but now it's started to be less animate and is dazed, but Edmont's gloves are just hanging off the front of it. Who's next?
Let's see. 5, 6, 7. How many? What's my movement again?
A lot. Your
We've
mom.
got
I can move right back
Genie
here.
with Orson
I can
on
move.
deck.
All right. Everybody's got.
You know,
Right back where it started.
Victor stayed there thinking that Edmont and Orson would be in melee range.
It's Genie next.
You got a
right?
bird there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a bird there. You got advantage.
That is going to be a shocking grasp.
Okay.
It's stunned. It's stunned, Victor. You have advantage
Yeah.
all day.
It wasn't the
All
advantage.
day, every day.
It was the human shield aspect he was going for.
All right. That is a 26 to hit.
Shocking Grasp
For-
is a touch spell, yes.
Oh,
Sure
is it?
is.
It
Okay.
sure is.
For how much damage?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Chill touch isn't touching.
Well, you know what? I done made this mistake. It's 19 points of whatchamacallit damage, but it's I'm not touching with my.
No, I mean, but you grab hold of it with your hands, and when the spell sends courses of electricity through the creature when you draw your hands
No,
back.
It's even worse than that, because the spell does not originate from my hands; it originates from my spell focus.
So you're
my
touching
spell
your spell
focus-
focus to it?
My spell focus is stuck to it.
Well, I'll leave it up to you whether you want to keep hold of your spell focus when it's attached to the door or not. If you do,
yeah.
you can continue to cast spells from it. If you don't, you cannot.
Well, yeah, I think Jeannie would see that. Yeah, there's gloves from there, so she would sacrifice her own gloves to do that. So yeah,
So your spell focus is
Gloves.
attached to the door, and you're not holding on to it.
no, I'm using my hands.
You're casting the spell by attaching your hands to the door.
Yes.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I'm
you
wearing
slipped your
gloves.
hands free. The problem is now, like, your hands are excruciatingly cold. Like, you're not going to be able to bear it for very long.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you slip your hands
Uh,
free and moving or staying put.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nonchalantly walk back over here.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
thing is
next.
stunned. It can't do nothing. And it's
Got
also,
Orson with door on deck.
yeah, badly bloodied. Look, this door is probably not going to get a turn.
Da-da-da-da-da. Spear. It's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit,
All right, that is 11 points.
and that's enough.
Featuring
can we-
Tor,
For a
cruel
moment,
guy.
Orson pierces the thing with his spear, and it gets adhered to the door. And for a moment, he has difficulty wrenching it loose. But as the thing dies, the adhesive properties of its true mimic form, the thing basically crackles over, and it solidifies. And his spear yanks loose, and the gloves all fall to the floor in a pile.
I'm gonna get my.
I'll move in and grab my gloves and Genie spell focus.
And behind the door
Okay.
is nothing, just a bare earthen wall.
Hand it back to her.
Thank you very
Reckon?
much.
That mage hand is amazing.
That was brilliant.
What the hell was that, Victor? What the hell was that?
Like, are we like we've been I'm pretty sure mimics. Do mimics exist? And
Oh yeah,
we've encountered
absolutely.
it
Mimics
before.
are
it's like
thing.
we know what mimics are. Like, come on.
I
Did
know
you-
what it is in terms of seeing it in a picture of a book. That is very different than a door growing teeth and trying to bite my cousin.
I think that was a mimic.
Is that the first mimic from this campaign?
Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
I use these monsters so often. I'm a little proud of the amount of restraint I've managed to show in this campaign, I guess.
Obviously, before we all leave the room, we're going to check to make sure nothing was actually behind the door.
No,
Room's
I mean,
empty.
when the creature died, the creature was the door, and it's just a bare earthen wall. It just took the form of a door set into the earth.
Yeah, nothing like stuck in the earth or anything. Okay.
God, I remember that. I've used this trick in D&D. I can't remember if I've done it in Flumph, but there's a trick in one of the temples in Ocarina of Time where it's a fake door, but after you kill it, you've got to bomb the wall behind it to reveal the real door behind the fake door.
Behind it.
It's a mean trick.
Yeah, fire temple.
Is it the fire temple that does that?
It is a fire temple, yeah.
God, what a good game.
Is there another door in this room?
There is. There's a door at the far end of the antechamber here.
Can we please open that remotely?
Can I do a religion check and see if I recognize any iconography or the text?
Go ahead and make that check.
I do still have comprehend languages up, so can
Last
offer
door.
translations where available.
No, it's
There's no iconography to speak of, just the ancient Darkanese glyphs above the door.
yeah, let's go ahead and open up this door with telekinesis.
Okay. And bear with me just 1 second.
You
Yes, the door turns into one.
You didn't open the Pandora's box, haha. That's the name of the instant death move, isn't it?
Opens up into a zigzaggedy hallway. Travels north for a few moments, and then... Edmont, stop there.
Just
Here's what happens, and this will be the last thing to happen before we break for the session.
Okay.
Edmont, you go to move across the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Ekon, you're right behind him. You're thinking, okay, we're going to move up there, check out this next door, make sure it doesn't grow teeth. Edmont takes a step forward and then stops, unable to move, as if frozen in place, as if he's drifting in midair. Edmont, you stepped forward, and it felt for a moment like there was heat around you, and you realize you're now free-floating, unable to breathe, in a large, square, gelatinous mass.
Oh, lovely.
And that's where we'll pick it up next week, with Edmont
Yay!
inside the horrible cube. If you guys want to think about some blips for a moment, I will
That's
set
horrible.
up...
Rick Road
Yeah.
throwing all the classic D&D monsters at us
Yeah,
today.
some classic ass D&D right here.
I wanted to do
I
a
don't know,
whole
the T1
dungeon with just the monster manual and the Van Richten's guide. So that's all the encounters from this dungeon are monsters from this book or slightly modified monsters from this book.
Yeah. No, it was fun. I've had good times so far.
Don't say it's fun. Look how much dungeon you have left to go. We haven't gotten to the mean stuff yet.
The only part of the dungeon that exists is what's been revealed. That's all I care about.
how high can numbers go? 5?
Numbers can go up infinitely, Destil. I think you of all people would know that.
How many floors can a dungeon have, Michael?
How can you have an infinite spire when there's something on both ends?
True. He's got a point. And then the Lady of Pain explodes you. A meat explosion.
So I'm going to go ahead and paste the link into the Twitch chat for the straw poll. And I need to step away for 2 more minutes and put stuff in my oven. I'll be right back.
Okay. So,
Who's most creative tonight?
I think that the door trick was pretty good.
yeah, I want to give something to Ekon for the hand. So that one's a good one.
Who furthered the party's goals the most today?
I'm going to go with Victor for that one.
What?
I can agree with that. Because he was kind of pushing, and he was pushing all the investigations and got up on this lead that led us to this place.
Yeah, he did. He did lead it here.
Yep.
All I did was piss off a 10-year-old girl and suggest B&E.
And he was a badass.
I mean, because we can't give it to Tenny, yes.
Who's a badass then?
Uh,
For stunning. Can I put Edmont forward for stunning that mimic and just walking away like a boss?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mimic didn't get to go.
Yeah.
I want to give Saul intangible for being consumed so many times.
I seem to get a lot of pity blips.
It's not a pity blip. It's really not. Don't
Yeah,
take it as a pity blip.
I mean, the only thing Evie really did was she was the one who kind of brought Tenny into the scenario.
You can't give party goals to Tenny. That's a question.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Get to
For
that. Get to that first
intangibles,
druid level.
either Genie for just pissing off Tenny so much, or Saul for just being consumed.
Like, I don't take this the wrong way, Saul, but Evie gets eaten a lot.
Yeah, she does. I don't think she even has that fetish.
Evie is a vor fetishist. She's gonna develop it as part of like the
Goodness.
she's gonna have to make that what is that check? Where you that
War
sanity check? Yeah.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that.
I will stop this line of
Have you guys seen The Boys?
I haven't
I have
watched
not.
more than season 1.
Yeah, I haven't watched the newest season yet.
So you didn't see the episode involving the squid or the octopus. So fitting.
Oh, Lulu just made off with my Pringle. I tried
You
to
mean her
eat Pringle,
Pringle?
and I missed my mouth, and it fell on the floor.
You mean her Pringle, right?
It's her, it was her Pringle all along. You just didn't know it.
You just carried it for a while.
Like anything that hits the floor is domain of Doggy.
We tried to order some chicken wings last night off DoorDash, and we failed like 4 times in a row. It was ridiculous. First place canceled our order, and like so we're down to like our 3rd or 4th place like chicken wing place, and we're starting to hit the dregs. We found a place that makes chicken wings, and their whole menu had Cheeto encrusted chicken wings with all different flavors of Cheetos.
Gross.
It's like their specialty is, I guess, taking Cheetos and crushing them up and breading their chicken with them. That
That
sounds.
doesn't sound very appetizing to me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not keen on that.
We didn't order from that place. God no. We decided to go hit a drive-through instead. But like, if I would like to eat just one Cheeto encrusted chicken, just to have the experience and be able to describe it. But
Get you some ground chicken, mix some spices in, kind of make it, and then
that's what I was thinking. Next time we fry up chicken wings at home, I'm gonna do just one. I'm gonna buy some Cheetos, crush them
it's
up.
like a little 50-cent pack of Cheetos from the,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll buy a big bag of Cheetos. We're goddamn Americans. Like, I'll just take some of them and make a few ounces of Cheeto dust. That sounds like the kind of thing Texas would invent.
Somebody here probably does it, but I've never seen it.
All right, who wants some blips? Actually, let me give you guys some experience first. Some encounter experience. For 9 boneless and 1 mimic door.
Are they boneless chicken
Mimic.
wings?
Boneless people wings.
Divided by 6 of you is 375 experience for each of you. Don't worry, the dungeons are just getting started.
Say that one more time, please.
375. 375.
Sure.
All right, who wants to make a case for some blips?
No, I can.
I do.
Victor, then Edmont.
So the ends justify the means. That was stalking Tinny to find out what she wasn't telling us.
That plan did work better than Genie just haranguing her repeatedly.
Asking her a question. I'm sorry for thinking that good communication would work.
Have you ever spoken to an actual 10-year-old?
Yes, all the time, and that works. Have you spoken to an actual 10-year-old?
No,
You know
I
what?
only see them on TV.
Treble does make a valid point.
For the ideal, seek the truth no matter the cost. That would be the investigation of Tech-Tech's death.
Okay.
And the flaw values knowledge over people. That would be keeping Tinny's activities a secret until he had a better idea what was going on.
And then I heard Edmont.
Add my alignment, lawful neutral, take everything you can, give nothing back for being the secret police. Like, it's terrifying how good Edmont is at it.
Those guys had no idea he was there the whole night watching.
Yeah. I have my ideals, life is my canvas, and I will make my mark on it for frustratedly trying to take out his frustrations on his art. Yelling, sounding like a madman in the manner.
Okay.
And then my flaw: this world is filled with predators and prey, and I sure as hell am not the prey for the situation that we're cliffhangering on.
So you don't think you're the prey in this situation?
Nope.
You still feeling like a predator.
Really, I'm not, and therefore...
You can't
We're
breathe, and you're surrounded by acidic gelatin.
Hey, they've got him surrounded right where he wants them.
At least his gloves are back on.
He
Yeah.
did put his gloves back on.
I did.
All right, who wants to go next?
I can go.
All right, Evie, what you got?
Alignment, you mess with my family, you mess with me for being the one to kind of check in on Tenny and bring her into the scenario. Asking her what she had seen. Ideal, I must become a leader that others can believe in for, taking the stand that we need to... None of us are going to like it, but we need to deal with this Poba situation. And finally, flaw no one understands because everybody's still keeping secrets from her.
Also, your cousin is surrounded by a gelatinous mass, and literally nobody understands.
Yeah, that's hard to understand. I also got eaten 3 times today. That sucked.
I'll be honest, when you guys came across this door, I expected you to just close this secret door and leave it alone. Walk away from it. Like, nope, don't need to bother with that guy.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it could have followed us.
You don't know if it could or not. You killed it before it had a chance to get a turn.
Yeah, I'd really rather not find out that it could follow us.
Who's next?
I can go.
Ginny.
All right. Chaotic neutral. When in doubt, go with your gut for suggesting the expeditious method of gathering information, which is wait for those men to be out of their house and then do a little light B&E. It's not like we're going to be taking anything. We just want to look. My ideal practical solution to impractical problems. I had the practical idea of talking to the 10-year-old and explaining, listen, this could be dangerous. Can you tell me what you need? And then to the impractical, everything that she did.
Okay.
And then that's the video for last week. We'll just say that.
Okay. And that just leaves Aethar Ekon.
So I've got ideal. Give me a reason for trying to coax the truth out of the dead child. And I've got lawful good. The shining words of air lay down a path for us all for tending to disease within the village. And finally, the initiative.
Okay.
Be real with this, Brickroad. Ekon is the only one in our family that the village actually likes.
I mean,
Maybe
the
Tenny.
village is it's a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions in a lot of different directions. I'm sure each of you would find somebody in the village who likes you if you looked hard enough.
Do they respect us?
Victor found Tech, now he's dead.
Everything Victor loves dies. Except
That's
Amy.
the impression he's getting.
Who had the most creative solution to a problem?
That was Destil for the
Mage hand.
using good use of Mage Hand.
Okay. If we had tried that against this other far door in the zigzag hallway, Edmont would not be suspended in gelatinous.
I was trying to. I don't know why they ran in front of me.
Ah.
That was our plan, and then Edmund just went forth.
That happens. I mean, it happens.
Edmont's like, no, I wanted the goo.
All I know is that if this was the last campaign, Gus would have been eaten and stuck in the gelatinous cube.
Didn't you have like a full session where he was like upside down in a seaweed hole?
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
I fell in absolutely every hole possible.
Who did the most to further the party's goals this week?
That was Victor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For
Victor was kind of the mover and shaker and moving things along today.
he actually got us into the dungeon.
Okay. Who was the badass?
That was Edmont for cool guys don't look at stunned creatures.
And then one for intangibles?
Was that there was a bit of
that was Genie.
Was it Genie or
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. That was
Evie.
Evie.
It was Evie for Evie's been engulfed a lot in this campaign.
Being a boneless Slurpee.
I
A
designed these,
Slurpee for boneless.
I didn't have to design these monsters. They already existed. They're from the Van Richten's guide. But yeah, both of their melee attacks hit, they automatically engulf you. And I'm like, their melee attacks aren't going to hit that often. Because they're just like little mooks. They're not big guys. But yeah, I got Eevee every single time that I
You
went
did not
for.
miss Eevee once.
Awesome.
Which is it's a good and it's a very good thing that she had all that temp hit points.
All right.
Eevee gets a lot of pity blips, I've noticed.
And Edmont takes our straw poll for the week. So, Edmont, you're the only one missing blips. You spent some last week. You earned 5 this week, which means you're going to roll at least 1 over. Blips are currently worth 466. Would you like to come in next week with 6?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, you earned 5, so you're rolling 1 over. These the other 4. There we go. That equals out. Everybody else is rolling these over. So, Ekon, you earned 4. Evie earned 4. Genie earned 3. And Victor earned 4.
Blips are how much?
466. And when we come back next week, let me save this map. This is where I make sure to push the overwrite button and make sure that I save it and don't load it, because that would be terrible.
Eevee is very likely to level next week, just heads up.
So
Victor
is-
probably will too.
You guys
So,
got to level sometime.
466 times 6 is I might be able to level now. Unless leveling now, like, is next level the level where blips go down?
Well, you can't level unless you apply a reputation. So leveling
Right.
up incurs a new kind of reputation. Is next level where the blip goes down?
Yeah.
There's one level.
At
where
level
that happens.
9, blips are worth 533.
I think it's 11.
At level 11, they're only worth 500.
That's 466 times 6 plus, not times, 4, 5, 8, 1, 1. Yeah, I can level.
Are you going
And
to?
I can level and keep 1 blip.
So you're going to keep 1 blip for next week. Always good to cash in all your blips right at the beginning of a dungeon.
Yeah.
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 So coming in next week with... Well, what's Genie... Well, what class are you taking leveling? Continuing with Artificer?
Artificer, yeah.
And what is
Artificer.
Genie's reputation for
Her-
level 9?
Her reputation is I wanted to do it around the threat with the fire.
Threatened to burn a
Since
man's
The
balls
ball
off?
burner?
Uh,
Gene the ball burner.
more let me see. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. That she's
Flambe.
Whoa, here she comes. I'm sorry.
Genie's got a gun.
For level 8, she was the harlot that survived the massacre.
yeah, I know. Genie is like, at this point, I'm just gonna like, what is the worst reputation I can give Genie? No, it's something along the lines of like, she's violent. She's
Yeah, you threatened to burn a man's balls off.
right.
Like,
Yeah, threaten to burn a band's balls off. We'll just go with that. We'll just keep it simple.
There's no reason.
Make it classy. Say you were going to flambe his testicles. Flambe.
Oh, she didn't though. She was very blunt about it, like very blunt. She didn't put any poetry or gravitas on it. Just your balls on fire right now. The grill's warmed up. All right, when we come back next week. We'll see if Edmont gets digested by a gelatinous cube. It'll be good times.
One blip. All right.